Let's shift gears to the Congress now. Knives are out in the Congress for Team Rahul after its worst poll debacle in history. While the party has so far defended the Congress son, questions are now being raised over some of Rahul Gandhi's pet projects which fell flat in the poll arena.
Congress suffered its worst poll debacle in history, and now the internal discontent has forced several party bigwigs to analyze what went wrong. And a major share of the blame lies at party's Vice President Rahul Gandhi's doorsteps. Several of his pet schemes proved to be major flops. Rahul's Common Man Connect scheme, where 2 youth Congress leaders were entrusted with booth-level networking with voters, flopped. The SMS scheme to connect with Congress also proved to be a non-starter. Even youth Congress workers were found unaware about the Rahul Gandhi initiative. The ambitious management lessons to youth Congress leaders from corporate bigwigs also fell apart. Despite spending lakhs on MBA syllabus, there was no dividend on the ground.
मास्टर प्लान तो ठीक था, अमल करने वालों के हमारी अपनी कमजोरियां हैं, तो देखना पड़ेगा कि कहां चले गई वो स्कीम और क्यों.
It is Rahul's scheme which is facing flack and not the Congress scion himself, as Sonia Gandhi has so far defended her son.
वर्कर ने कहा कि राहुल गांधी ने ठीक कहा, उसने इशारा किया था इसको लागू करने में, और भी तो कई लोग हैं. क्या आप सोचते हैं कि राहुल गांधी अकेले कमरे में बैठ के वो टिक मारेगा नाम पे?
The Congress also faces massive discontent over polls in its students' wing NSUI and Youth Congress. Many believe that the internal polls only give rise to internal bickering and ugly display of money and muscle power. Rahul's pilot project on primaries was implemented on 16 seats, 15 of which saw Congress candidates being vanquished. Madhusudan Mistry, who replaced Narendra Rawat, a winner of such primaries, lost by a mammoth margin of 5,70,000 votes.
जिस तरह से चुनाव हुए उसमें निश्चित रूप से पैसा का काम हुआ, और जो कि लोकतंत्र के लिए अच्छी बात नहीं है. और इंटरनल डेमोक्रेसी जो कांग्रेस में लाना चाह रहे थे, जो मंशा थी राहुल जी की, वो नहीं हो पाई.
Rahul's experiments and his technocrat-driven team are now facing flack. But for the record, Congress is shielding Rahul, claiming collective responsibility for the debacle.
कांग्रेस पार्लियामेंट्री पार्टी के नेता तो बनना ही चाहिए उनको, क्योंकि आज देश उनकी तरफ देख रहा है कि वे किस प्रकार से अपना ये दायित्व निभाते हैं.
There is now a growing clamour to bring Priyanka to lead the party, but that may not happen anytime soon, so the internal turmoil may only aggravate. With Kumar Vikrant Singh, Bureau Report, Headlines Today.
Meanwhile, a big blow for YSR Congress Chief Jagan Mohan Reddy. Nandyal MP SPY Reddy and Kurnool MP B Renuka have joined Chandrababu Naidu's Telugu Desam party. YSR had 9 MPs. With these 2 MPs leaving the party now, they are now left with only 7. No action is possible against the 2 MPs as YSR Congress is a registered party and not a recognized one. Nandyal MP SPY Reddy said that he has switched from YSR Congress to the TDP for the development of the region. He also added that there are no differences, so to speak, with YSR Chief Jagan Mohan Reddy. Well, and not Nawaz, not Congress, the big challenge of the yet-to-be formed Narendra Modi government could be tackling Amma down south. According to sources, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Jayalalitha has refused to attend Narendra Modi's swearing-in ceremony tomorrow. None of the AIADMK leaders are expected to attend the event as well. The decision is clearly to oppose Modi's invite to Sri Lankan President Mahinda Rajapaksa, though the party has made it clear that it has nothing against Modi. Meanwhile, it is not only political parties now, even students in Tamil Nadu have joined the chorus of protest against the invitation to Sri Lankan President. There have been protests all across the state and in Delhi as well. MDMK President Vaiko is expected to protest in Delhi at Jantar Mantar tomorrow. Shrisha Reddy is now joining us with more details from Chennai. Shrisha, how widespread are these protests by students in Tamil Nadu, and are they going to only increase tomorrow as Rajapaksha lands in Delhi?
Well, that said, Maha, we have been seeing protests for the past couple of days. Yesterday we did see a protest, and today and even tomorrow, not just in Tamil Nadu, we did see what YSR has announced that he would be protesting in Jantar Mantar tomorrow on the day when Sri Lankan president will be in India. And right now the Chief Minister Jay Jalal also confirmed that she will be boycotting this event. And all the political parties have been echoing a similar view that Sri Lankan president should not visit India because they have been holding him responsible for the genocide in Sri Lanka, and also not equal rights given to the Tamils in Sri Lanka. So now that the Sri Lankan President Rajapaksa has said that they will be releasing the Indian fishermen who are lodged in Sri Lankan prison, do you see this as a goodwill gesture?
No, I'm not saying it as a goodwill gesture, because basically arresting the Indian fishermen is itself a crime. Because you see, in the international maritime boundaries, in a lot of countries like Sweden and Norway, where the mutual water is very little, there will be no borders, and the people can fish across the borders. In Canada and the USA, it doesn't happen. Even they claim that Pakistan is the enemy country of India, they don't kill fishermen who cross the borders. But here it is not the case. The Sri Lankan Navy is killing the Tamil fishermen or the Indian fishermen, and they have killed somewhere around 600 plus Tamil fishermen, and killing them, attacking them, and damaging the vessels. Apart from that, they are arresting them is itself a crime. The India, being a sovereign country, has the duty to safeguard its own citizen.
So the traditional fishing rights should be given, is what you demand?
Yes, because recently the talks which held between the Indian fishermen and the Sri Lankan fishermen, they have agreed that there will be no borders. They will go on based on this.
So that's very clear that there are much more issues to it, and now that the Sri Lankan president will be in India tomorrow, the protests continue to intensify in Tamil Nadu and also in Delhi as well.
All right, not just political parties, now students are also protesting against the visit of Rajapaksa for the swearing-in ceremony. Shisha Reddy getting us all the very latest from Chennai there.